I should be getting the Pro Charger back together in the next 3 weeks because I'm having to get custom pipes done because back in San Diego, Shadow Wolf was in a car accident. If you look on my Instagram, you'll see the pictures of her after the car crash. And for people that want to know more about my health issue, starting with my cerebral palsy, when I was 8, I had the muscles from my lower arm put into my upper part of my left arm so my arm would not look like a chicken wing. And when I was 18, I had the tendon switch from the bottom of my fingers to the top so my hands would open more in my left hand. And when I was 20, I had my bone in my left arm surgically broken and moved 20 degrees and then put back together and had to wear a magnet on my arm to get the bone growth to grow a little bit longer. And when I was 35, I was diagnosed with the atrial fibrillation, which is each chamber of my heart beats at a different rate, which with my 8 different pills I take and 2 shots I take every day, it evens it out and doesn't beat as irregular, but occasionally it still does. That's part of the reason earlier this year I looked like I was really out of it because they were trying a new medication and everyone thought I was gonna pass out while driving or at a car event, which is no longer the issue. I actually got a clear bill of health and told I was better than I was about 3 years ago, and I actually weigh less now than I did 3 years ago. So last year, I had one of the 2 electrodes taken off my heart, and then this year, they went in from my thigh and my collarbone and took 2 more off. And they wanted to do a whole entire valve replacement, which I told them I didn't want to go because I didn't want my chest to be ripped open and have a big scar down the center of my chest. So I'm on different meds to try to get my heart to beat at a regular pace. And I feel better than I have in a long time. I've actually got a clear bill of health from both doctors and have been driving a lot more and been doing a lot more trying to get the shop running and get Shadow Wolf up and ready before Wham, because I still don't know if I want to go even though I paid for everything. But that's up in the air. And last year, I was diagnosed with lung cancer. First it was stage 3, then it was stage 4, then it was stage 3. Right now it's stage 3, and I am in radiation therapy, which is not a good thing, but it's better than being hooked up to an IV and losing all my hair, going through leukemia. I mean, going through the whole entire losing hair and everything. So I'm fighting that, like, as much as I can, and working out and getting my mind off of all that. So I've been trying to eat healthier, cut soda out of my life for a little bit, cut energy drinks out, because that was the biggest reason I got the atrial fibrillation, was because of drinking energy drinks like they were water, because I used to work like 36-hour shifts back to back when I worked at FedEx in San Diego. So I am planning on having an open house after Wham I will post it on my Instagram when I plan on having it. And Shadow Wolf should be back together. I mean, she's almost all back together. And she's performing a hell of a lot better than a stock V6 because she has new injectors, new intake. She has basically a whole entire RT intake system from the valves up. And she has the RIP ignition coil packs and air filter. Well, she has air filter now, but she's going to have the air filter on the Pro Charger when the coolant system gets back. And she has a aluminum drive shaft, one piece instead of the two piece that all chargers come with. She has a limited slip rear end. She's on E-Box springs, even though she doesn't look like it because I have her sitting so high. Just because I want to keep her looking like a sleeper for a while. She has lightweight interior. Took out a bunch of the padding out of the back seat, so it's lighter there. Took out the spare tire in the trunk. And took out a bunch of plastic out from under the hood. And running a bigger radiator, which keeps her running cooler. And she has a strut tower bar in front and in the trunk, and a few other odds and ends that I don't feel like saying because it's better just to find out when you see her in person, or if you try to act like I'm slow or something, which I'm decent for a V6. I'm not saying I'm going to beat a RT or whatever. And thanks to Hemi Life 44, I will have a pedal box for it soon. So that's going to be interesting. And since my Hellcat got damaged in the trailer accident, I'm saving the money from insurance and debating whether to get a Scat Pack or a 392 or a Hellcat or another Dodge Ram, even though I mainly have full use of my dad's Dodge Ram Rebel and trailer, so I could trailer Shadow Wolf wherever. And I also own a house, so I have my priorities. And owning a house, going to work, and going for another degree in school, and soon going to be running a automotive shop. I'm doing a lot. I'm not working myself to the bone, but for someone my age to be able to do everything that I'm doing pretty well. So, I didn't mean to run this so long, but I just figured to give an update on my health and Shadow Wolf and everything else. See you guys on the flip side, and if you see me, say hi. I don't bite, and neither does Shadow Wolf. And shout out to Seyful Lonzo and everyone from the Mopar Car Club, Hemi Life 44, and I'm King Mozzie, and Hatch, and Jay Godley, and Bloody Scat, and all them. So, I guess I will see you on the flip side. Be safe, and I'll see you on the road.